Hi, this is Lucy and welcome to my cabin in the woods. I wanted to experiment with the new textures and I've done this by trying to build this slightly scrappy looking cabin in the woods. So this is a paradise giant. I will give you the coordinates if you're interested. I'll post them at the end of the video. Has no water. It is quite relaxing, all the green, so there is a bit of blue in some of the grass. It has a few mountain peaks as well, you can see over here, so it's quite nice, and I've had a lot of fun here. So I wanted to build a cabin in the woods, and this is my cabin. There is a little bit of wire glitching in here, obviously to rotate these, but you could do it manually, and the same with, didn't mean to shoot them, the same with the fascias here, they're rotated. If you can wire glitch and you want to know how I did that, I did it in my Gypsy Caravan build to get fascias upside down for that. But there are obviously other ways you can do it. So outside we have this porch area. I am collecting resources on all of my at all of my bases at the moment, mainly because settlements have been bleeding me dry. So this is quartzite. I have a trade terminal here that I've actually reduced in size, and a large refiner, mainly for aesthetics more than anything. As you can see, this is the texture of the wood. This is just the basic oak. I did start to do this video yesterday and I realised that all my walls were the wrong colour. This was after leaving another base where the walls were all the wrong colour. In this particular instance, I'm using one of the colours from the colour picker, but on the other base that it was a borrowed colour, so it's much more complicated to fix. I do like the roofs with the texture. The only thing that kind of ruins it for me are these automatic sliding doors on the wood set. We have no sort of I don't think there are any opening doors in No Man's Sky, but yeah. So this is the kitchen. I did it in sort of green and yellow. I used these small walls to create shelves. They are sticking through the other side slightly. I double up my posters to make it look like they have frames. I use this as a fridge, although I did see someone the other day, and I might try it actually, put one of these on. They were using a locker as a fridge, and they put one of these on the that's not going to work, is it? Never mind. I'll think about that. Obviously we have our teleporter and I have a save point. I quite often use posters as rugs because the rugs are only in red and orange and they don't always go with my decor choices. I have realised that you can actually place these on the wall. They're quite dark, so I've actually got a small light. I resized one of these lights and placed it underneath so light it up a bit. Dining table. Another skull. The fireplace. This was fairly straightforward. These are just half walls from the stone set that I've built up. I placed a wall here. I placed some short walls underneath and then placed that wall. So that's how I did that. The fireplace resized in there. I was able to colorise it using mahogany wood and then placing this. Although I'm not convinced that the colour has... I'm sure it was darker. Yeah, there's been a few weird things going on since with the last update. Although they still have not fixed their chairs. I used to use these chairs all the time and I now hate them. I just keep hoping they will get fixed. I've been told they are getting fixed in the next update, 3 updates ago. So sofas, another poster rug. We have a study work area in here. Nothing too exciting. I do use these. I resize these and I use them as sort of sideboards, tables. I keep meaning to do a video of how I do these stairs, but honestly it is just such an absolute pain, and sometimes it just doesn't work. But anyway, I will put that on the list. Upstairs, because of these fascias, you have these eaves, which make it quite difficult to put rooms up here. Obviously we have a sitting area here. You could, if you wanted to put rooms, just put half walls and then on either side and a doorway in the middle. You might have to change the floors to smaller floors though to get those on, rather than these fascias, but I wanted these eaves like this. So we have a bed. I did try making my own bed out of some crates, but I was having awful problems getting things to line up, so I gave up. Rather than put sort of banisters up, I use this sort of wraparound with the cubes. More poster rugs! This is the bathroom. Because I didn't put a door in, I actually hung up a curtain. And I kind of used this teal colour up here, sort of teal and green. This is my bath. I tried to make a wreath using the plants, the grass sort of and flowers. These. It's kind of okay. It was an absolute pain. So overall, I'm quite happy with how this turned out. As I said, my only bugbear is the door, and it's a little bit gloomy. It is now getting darker. Yeah, it's 6:30, so it is actually getting darker. So it always interests me that the sky goes blue just before it gets dark, and in the morning it goes blue. But yeah. But if you want to come join me and build your own cabin in the woods, here are the coordinates. So it's been a difficult month. One of my cats has been really ill and I've had hardly any sleep for 2 weeks because he's not been sleeping well. So this video has been delayed, and obviously because of the update problems, I probably won't be putting out a 76 video until the update, because the building system is completely changing, so at the beginning of September. But I might do some more No Man's Sky stuff, so and I want to make a start on my No Man's Sky playthrough. I want to do short videos with snappy titles. So you only have to watch the video if you're stuck, or if you want to watch all of it, that's fine. Gives me more money, which I need to pay the vet. I keep saying every time I go I'm going to just give them my house keys one of these days, because if you want a career that makes you lots of money, be a vet. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know down below. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.